Huntress, Helena Bertinelli. She's probably my favorite of the birds. In certain versions, she's Bruce Wayne's daughter. Those are like the Earth 2 versions of the characters. But this is Helena Bertinelli, mob daughter. Her parents were killed in a mob hit. She found out they were members of the mob and kind of becomes a vigilante to that. There's a great series. I want to say it's called Cry of the Huntress. It's a six-issue series with her, The Question, Batman, and Richard Dragon. So if you want to check that out, Cry of the Huntress, I believe it's called. The DC Universe app has all of this stuff. And they fit in little boxes that you can check off and go to the character. She's always been great. She was on Arrow it started the first season. She dropped in on Arrow for a little bit. Very, very true to the character. And again, I don't know what the movie's doing with these characters, so I'm assuming everything I've seen in the trailer, she's kind of on that path to revenge with the mob. She's like that classic Italian mob princess, the spoiled rich little princess that, depending on the versions, I've seen it some where her family, she didn't know that's what her family did, and when she finds out, she rebels against the family. So it's a really cool father-daughter, this woman is hunting his mob, and he doesn't realize it's his daughter.
Oh,
so it's kind of like, I don't want to say reverse Batman, where Batman, knew his parents were good people and went out and fought crime so it never happened to him. But she sees it's like, oh, my father's an animal. He's a monster.
So she rebelled against her.
Yeah. And for the longest time in certain runs, but she's also a killer. She's more Punisher than Batman, I would say.
Wow.
She doesn't care about not taking lives because they're bad guys in her eyes, and rightfully so. But she of the Birds of Prey has always been my favorite. I don't know if it was the costume.
She always had a crossbow.
Yeah, that's her weapon of choice. She's a very talented martial artist. She's got a great little run in Hush if you read the comics for that. But I recommend Cry of the Huntress, I believe it's called. 6 issues. It's fantastic.
A lot of people in the chat are shouting out Elizabeth Olsen Winstead, just saying that they're really excited to see her in the role.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead, yes. Pardon me.
Yeah, my buddy, huge fan of her. Like, I loved her. Of course, most people in our kind of circle know her from Scott Pilgrim. Right. Being Ramona Flowers in that, but I loved her in Gemini Man recently, and she got to really kick butt in that show, and we haven't seen her kick butt. So I always love seeing a movie before when someone's cast in a role and you don't really know of them as a physical person or how they handle the action. From what I hear, Ryan, and you could speak to this, I think you did in your review, that from everyone is saying the action is just insane in this movie.
Ton of great action.
A great thing I heard is, like you said, it's like Deadpool crossed with John Wick.
That is what the majority.
And I'm like, that's knowing this stuff. I'm like,
it's a winning combo, and yeah. I loved her in 10 Cloverfield Lane as well.
Oh yes.
Amazing in that. So she is totally familiar with action, and
yeah.
Hey, Popcorn Talk fans! If you like this clip, be sure to check out the link in the description below to see the whole episode. Also, we'd appreciate it if you'd like this video and comment your thoughts. No matter what you're a fan of, we have a show for you. See you at the movies.